Hello. Welcome to the Escape Corner. This is Blaine's Escape Corner. We talk about things that help us escape. And sometimes that's food, and that's cities, and that's tourism. So very fun chat. We were having there, Rosie. We can keep it going. Keep it going cuz food me lovey. Um and yeah, Steven is technically West Coast. It is so bloody hot. Tank top is out. You can see my bruise, see my arm bruise right there. There it is. And then I threw the sake in the freezer for the last I want to say 15 minutes before stream. So we'll get a little bit of a chilled taste on the sake we've been enjoying recently. Oh, a wife beater. Maybe I came from a different side of the train tracks, but not a lot of wife beaters that have piping on them where I'm from. Mostly only holes and grease stains around these points. Have I been to PAX ever? I've been to PAX for years. I used to be the guy who could get the PAX tickets. So I would end up buying, like 4 or 5 sets so that we could all go, me, my wife, and then a bunch of our friends, because no one else could seem to be quick on the draw for those. So yes, I've been to numerous PAX. At this point, I'll pick up like maybe a Friday, maybe a Saturday, but not super high on my board at this point to usually go to PAX. Usually I'll do the after parties. So I'll go to the Hard Rock Cafe because usually someone will have a party there and that kind of thing. It's a San Francisco wife beater. Hey, stop it. Oh my goodness. Kanpai, everyone. Well, I'm gonna drink this while it's still chilled. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Oh, that is a different flavor, and I like it. I like it quite a bit. Let me swap the inputs. I was doing some stuff over here that I need to stop doing so that I can actually have both of my monitors back. Oh my goodness. It's actually cooler today in Oregon. Was 85-ish tops, lower humidity, and I think it's in the 70s right now. It's down into the 80s, like 80, 81 right now, and then in a couple days, the forecast says rain, so we won't be as nasty, smoggy, and everything like that. Do you go to Anime Expo in Vancouver? That's hosted on the same weekend. I don't. The only anime-related expos I have left the state for. Actually, only one. I went to Anime Expo in like AX in what is that, LA? I went in 2018. I want to say maybe 2019. No, probably 2018. I went to Anime Expo. That's the only out-of-state convention that I have traveled to. I haven't even like gone down to Kuroneko-con or any of those that are like just across the border. Vancouver, Washington. You can't confuse me. I don't know what Vancouver you're talking about. No, I am unaware. Is that the one I just said? Is that the Kuroneko-con? Let's see. Vancouver, Washington. Anime convention. Komori-con, that's what it is. Wait, that one's in Portland. Hold on. Rose City is in Oregon. Komori-con. These are all Oregon. Oh, Vancouver. Wasabi-con and PDX. Now, this says Komori-con in Vancouver, Washington, but then it also says Komori-con this year is going to be in Portland, Oregon, so I'm confused. Getting a sprinkle of rain on the prairies? Gosh, I would love a sprinkle of rain. That would make me so happy. It was so dusty finishing up the yard work, but we got it done. We got it done. The planter is all leveled out. The French drain is all covered. And now we can have the rains cometh, and it will still be all right. Pretty much anything with rose something, and the title is going to be Portland. Yeah, we were trying to figure that out the other day. We were going through some like old like golf bags, and pulling just a bunch of stuff out, and there was a Rose City, Buer golf course or something like that. And we're like, where the heck is this from? Like, it's gotta be Oregon, right? Like, it has to be. I've never heard of that golf course, but it's gotta be. Gotta be Oregon. Mm. Oh, this is delicious. This is quite lovely. Quite lovely indeed. Let me see. Where am I at on the Annie list? Got some rain yesterday for like an hour, dried up in a second. Oh goodness. Yes, okay, that is correct. I did not watch anything new this weekend. I did, however, catch up the wife on Harem Labyrinth and Licorice Recoil. So we are getting on track for being able to watch those together. Rather than me just watching it for the show and then her watching it later and being like, oh, okay. Hey. Hello, Dragon Rouge. Are you enjoying your new wrench? I should chill the sake more often during the summer. And then keep my arms up so that I can have the fan, blowing through the pits here. There's nobody else in this room. It's not gonna annoy anyone except myself. It'll be all right for tonight. Riding in a Corvette and feeling so fine tonight is all right for tonight. Bow, bow. Oh my goodness. Hail, wrench person. Back in my day, they called them wrenchmen. We liked it, but now all the new everything is so social justice out. It's gotta be a wrench portion. We can't even say wrenchmen anymore. It's offensive to people who don't have peni when they're wrenching away. You am not here. It's true. You am not here. That is a true statement if I ever heard one. Kitty Bear, always good to hear from you. I saw your post on Twitter and I was like, oh, good, because I always have like a little inkling in the back of my mind. I wonder if he's okay. I wonder if everything's all right. I'm not here. Dang it. And there's thunder to go with the rain. Ooh, exciting. Summer rain. Summer rains always mean thunder, don't they? Isn't that like the when the heat increases, that's when you get the the electrodes, electrons. They all align themselves better so they can jump from the sky. Isn't that how it works? I don't actually know. Hold on. Ghibli can wait. Why are thunder storms more common in the summer? It's an autofill. All right. Thunderstorms develop when the air is unstable, which is caused when there is a layer of warm air near the ground hovering underneath a layer of much colder air. Storms are more common in the summer when the days are longer as there's more sunshine and therefore more energy. You haven't lived until you experience a prairie thunderstorm. I don't know if you'd count anything that I've been in a prairie thunderstorm. I've been in thunderstorms in Eastern Washington, but even Eastern Washington is still fairly mountainous. I have been in thunderstorms in Texas, but like Dallas may be flat, but it also doesn't feel like a prairie. Like there's a building every few feet. It's not like open prairies or anything like that. I have experienced thunderstorms in Oklahoma, but it was Oklahoma City, so it was not exactly prairie yet either. You have too many YouTube and Twitch streams to follow. If you followed everything, you'd have 30 hours each day. So you just gotta wait. You gotta wait, be a day behind, and watch them all on 2x speed. And then it only takes you 15 hours. Still too long. Don't watch that much content. Unless it I don't know, you make money off it. I don't know. Does it fulfill you? If it fulfills you, there we go. That's what we go for. Watch that much content if it fulfills you. If it doesn't, don't. Then just watch what makes you happy. Watch what you enjoy. That's what we're about here. All right, let's get back to this. I want to see the trailer that Miyazaki. Oh, other announcement. This is going to be a short one today. I have a hard cut at 9, as opposed to a let's go till we're done. We won't be hitting a 3-hour tonight. I have another engagement starting at 9 o'clock, so we will be getting through the topics, having fun, and calling it an evening. Here's some knowledge I won't believe. Lightning goes up from the ground first, and then it comes down. I kind of believe that, but I don't know why. It just sounds like one of those things that you're just like, oh yeah, that's the truth of thunder and lightning. Hold on. Now you're making me Google this. I was gonna talk about Miyazaki. Okay. Lightning goes up. Upward triggered lightning usually occurs in response to a natural lightning flash, but on rare occasions can be self-triggered. Usually in winter storms with strong winds. Lightning can also be triggered by aircraft. Okay. So lightning comes from the sky down, but the part you see comes from the ground. A typical cloud to ground flash lowers a path. Oh, here we go. Noah would never lie to us. Would they? Smack that like button like lightning. Lightning clap that like button. You mean lightning? Oh yeah, you can light it up. Light up the likes in him, baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Georgia has some of the craziest hot rain and thunderstorms. Lived there in the early 90s. I have been through a hot rain in Dallas. That was weird. That was really weird because the raindrops were so big. They were like just giant squirts of water, like you could see them, you felt them. It was like whack, and you're like, oh wow, was that hail? No, it was a giant raindrop. It was crazy. It's like you got thick water or something down there. Crazy. All right. Adorable new trailer for the highly anticipated opening of Ghibli Park takes viewers on a colorful journey aboard an electric-powered cat train. The upcoming opening of the Japan-based attraction Ghibli Park is highlighted in an adorable trailer that features, among other things, a redesigned cat bus. It is now Cat Train. They have transitioned into Cat Train. Make myself giggle. The trailer, which was directed by none other than Studio Ghibli co-founder, award-winning filmmaker Hayao Miyazaki, who returned from his retirement once again to make a trailer. There's a small discharge going up that makes the pathway for the lightning going down. If you ever feel your hair rise from static electricity, run. Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense because it's one of those like, if you think about the direction of power, like the positive to negative, it's like that's the way the electrons flow. But like, or electrons actually flow from the negative to the positive, but we always wire things from positive to negative because our brains think that way. But the electrons actually go the other way when you think about the fact that they're the negatively charged particle. So, I get you there. Luckily, there's only 200 people every year that die in America from lightning strikes, so it's probably not going to be us. Chances are low. Chances are very low. Was it 400 strikes, 200 deaths? That's sort of what I remember. Hayao Miyazaki, who has returned from retirement once again to make this trailer, treats viewers to several beloved characters from the studio's film catalog. The clip notably showcases the Radish Spirit, the one with the big wabos, and No Face from Spirited Away riding a cat train, a longer electric-powered version of the iconic Spirit from My Neighbor Totoro. Let's all be honest, the cat train would still be greenie powered. It would run off of those little greenie cat treats. What happens if you jump at the right time, feet not touching the ground? You should be fine, right? Ooh. Do we want an explanation of what happens when you're not grounded when you get hit by electricity? If the electricity does not have a clean exit point from you and it enters your body, it sort of goes however it can, and usually in multiple directions and places. So it would like explode outward from your feet. It would explode all of these crazy directions to get itself down to the ground. Like, if you've ever seen a car get struck by lightning and it hits the car and then it jumps from the car to the ground, and because it can't go through the tires, right? Because they're rubber, right? All of those locations where it would jump off of your body and into the nearest thing possible would all be just scorching. It would not be pleasant. Be the opposite of good. Opposite of good. It will go through you, yes, and leave you a burnie. You would be very, very cooked. Presumably on course to the new theme park. Okay. Neil Gaiman explains why Princess Mononoke is more relevant now than ever. I don't know who you are, Neil. All right, let's watch this on Twitter, I guess. Okay, if I do this, and then I reshare this one. Okay. We have audio. Okay, that's freaking adorable. I love these little Odin skewers where they like take multiple little bits and like stab it all together, and it's always like a triangle. Odd person to hear talk about anime. I'm Neil Gaiman, and you know what? This anime. Maybe we'll dive into that tomorrow. Ooh, 11/1. That's November. Oh. Oh, that's exciting. I like that. I like that idea of it starting in November. Hold on, I wanna find this related one. We'll look at that one in a second here. Here's the thing: you can swim in an electrified swimming pool as long as your body has a higher electrical resistance than the water. It will tingle, but you'll be fine. Yep. Yeah, as long as you you have the electricity like going around your body, you'll be okie dokie. So if you're in like salty water that has a very high electrical like current like conductivity, you'll be okie dokie. It's when you're the short path that things become an issue. And when you're in the air, you're the short path because electricity likes to move through solid things. It really doesn't like to move through the air. That's why lightning's so weird looking, because it's trying to find the best path to like get down as quickly as possible. And if you're that path, you're in for a treat. So it was literally just a little ding-a-dong song with the choo-choo train. That was adorable. Miyazaki came out of retirement to help produce that. Congratulations, we did it, people. We've saved anime once again. The park will provide fans and visitors a new way to engage with the worlds and themes of Ghibli's classic movies and animations. Unlike other attractions, Ghibli Park will not feature large rides and will instead align with the environmental messaging of many of the studio's films. Thus, the various attractions are designed to encourage guests to interact and coexist with nature. A map of Ghibli Park was recently released online, providing a valuable early glimpse of what the park has in store for visitors. Is this a real map, or is this the fake map? This looks like the fake map. Hold on, where is this? This is July 20th, 2022. These are just drawings. Oh, how to get there? It's over by, what, was it Nagoya? Interesting. Huh. Why is this Japan maps? Google Translate. Translate, Google! What? I hate Google so much sometimes. 9 times out of 10 they're okay, and then they just they go and they make it all annoying. They fuck it up, as they say across the pond. Let's get this over here. All right. One such attraction is the Ghibli Warehouse, which will feature both exhibits celebrating the studio's many works and a playroom where children can climb aboard a plush patchwork version. They already had the giant cat bus at the Ghibli Museum. Other attractions that will open on November 1st are replicas of the Earth Shop from Whispers of the Heart and Satsuki and Mei's house from My Neighbor Totoro. A few attractions like the Witch Valley and Mononoke Village are still under construction and will open at later dates. You did it in a normal swimming pool by accident. You didn't see it. They had underwater vacuum cleaner in it. It dingled. You're very tingly. You missed the shocking discussion from last week. We discussed how I always do electrical work in a house with the circuit on and live and hot because I respect the power. And if it's off, then I'm not going to respect the power. Koreans have the funniest names. You watch a series called Police University, had a character named Inspector Yu Dong Man. Oh, man. Goodness. Additionally, several other exciting Studio Ghibli themed events are in the works beyond just the fast approaching opening of Ghibli Park. Most notably, Miyazaki once again is returning from retirement to create another movie, an anime adaptation of Yoshino Genzaburo's novel How Do You Live? While no official premiere date has been announced for the film, it was reported the animation was over halfway completed in 2020. Furthermore, the Royal Shakespeare Company is teaming up with Jim Henson's Creature Shop to bring the colorful story and characters of My Neighbor Totoro to the stage. Well, this isn't about the park. Okay, it's scheduled to open its doors in Aichi, Japan, November 1st. Public will be able to purchase tickets starting on September 10th. That's only a month and 10 days away. We don't have much time to plan for the Ghibli Museum. Oh no! What does Neil Gaiman say? I'm going to do this one quickly. I'm doing this one quickly. Which means I'm probably not going to look at chat for a minute here because I have no idea while Neil Gaiman is talking. Who wrote the English script for Princess Mononoke? Okay, now we know why he's talking. What? I didn't know that. Using his iconic wit, Neil Gaiman recently explained why Studio Ghibli's Princess Mononoke is more important now than it was released 25 years ago in 1997. Princess Mononoke is more relevant now than it's ever been. Gaiman told the BBC in a recent interview, "We went through years of people going through this climate stuff is going to be a huge problem, and now suddenly we're starting to see the results, and it's like, okay, we're really out of whack here, and it's only going to get worse, and what do we do? How do we survive?" And we're like trying to people figure out, like down in Irontown, except we're not really taking as much care of the sex workers and people with leprosy. A historical fantasy epic, Princess Mononoke follows the last Emishi prince of Ashitaka as he finds himself caught up in the conflict between the humans of Irontown and the spirits of the nearby forest. While a central theme of the narrative is the protection and preservation of nature, it doesn't present a binary depiction of good and evil. Instead, it paints the relationship between humanity and the environment with nuance and complexity, notably in the form of Lady Eboshi, the leader of Irontown. While she is responsible for clear-cutting the forest and killing multiple spirits, Lady Eboshi also embodies empathy and care, championing societal outsiders like sex workers and lepers, as Gaiman points out. While many people know that the iconic filmmaker Hayao Miyazaki wrote and directed the original Japanese version of Princess Mononoke, few are aware that Gaiman actually penned the script for Miramax's English dub. I didn't know. I just found that out today, right now. In a recent tweet, the author explained that his name was taken off the poster by Miramax execs who were told by Ghibli that there were too many names on the poster, so... Eat shit, Neil! They didn't put my name on the poster because there were too many names already on the poster. That's the problem of everything. There were too many other names. Let's look at the movie poster. Ah! Oh, poster. Wait, I want the US poster. Okay. I'm guessing it's this one because this is the one that I remember. Wait, this is a 262 by 400. Come on, Google. Find me. Wait, the movie poster would be the same as the cover, right? Because that's what I remember. Is this? We'll do this. We'll do this one. Okay. Open image in new tab. There we go. Oh, it's got a DVD stamp on it. That won't work. US movie poster. Everything that comes up with poster is this one, though, which I find interesting. This is the 11 by 17 movie poster. It literally just says Princess Mononoke. Wait, that's a French poster, I guess. We have an English poster. My gosh, why is this so difficult? You should be an electrician. You have real high electrical resistance because 240 volts barely tingles. 380 volts feels like licking a 9 volt to you. You've become more powerful than you could ever imagine. You've unlocked unlimited power. That's French as well. That's the original French. United States movie poster. There's only one of these that has like a lot of names on it. But here, okay, hold on. Here is the poster. When I look up poster, here's the poster that comes up. Princess Mononoke. There's only one name on the dang thing. What? There's too many names on it. Say take my name off the poster. Princess Mononoke English release movie poster. Come on, Google. Help our buddy out. Here we go. Found it. Found it. All right, here we go. Princess Mononoke. The fate of the world rests on the courage of one warrior. With Gillian Anderson, Billy Crudup, Claire Danes, Minnie Driver, Billy Bob Thornton, Jada Pinkett Smith,
and Neil Gaiman. Don't forget me. Put me on the poster, please. No, there's too many other names on the poster. We gotta not have any names on the poster.
I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna make a friggin' meme because this makes me giggle now. Memes. Mononoke movie poster. I get slapped by Will. I put her name in my mouth. Oh no! What do I do? Oh, gee, balooby leeby. Okay, let's go back to this. This makes me giggle.
In a recent tweet, the author explained his name was taken off the poster by Miramax execs who were told by Ghibli that there were too many names on the poster. They kept theirs on and took mine off, which wasn't quite what Ghibli had intended. In another tweet, he revealed that the studio had asked Miramax to remove some of the company's executives from the posters, but instead they realized mine was contractually expendable.
Oh, and characters on the final products. What? How? In this article about how it's more relevant now than ever, he's just bitching about how his name's not on the poster. Oh, Princess Mononoke played in theaters across the United States earlier this year as part of Ghibli Fest 2022, and other classics from the beloved studio like Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away are scheduled for upcoming months. Princess Mononoke is available to stream. Okay. All right. Derailing time. A derail. We're on some rails and then a big piece of wood knocks us off of those rails. We're going to have to put his name on the poster. Alrighty. And I wanted to kind of look like he just kind of added it. So, like he went up to the movie theater and was like, I helped in this, and he like just kind of scratched his name on it. Let's see, Mononoke movie poster. Here we go. That was a waste of an interview. No, it wasn't, because now I can do this. What would you call that if you English script by or something like that? Would that be? I can't read any of the names down below. This image is perfect. It's so garbage. No, not a Chrome tab. I want this window. All right. So the question is, do we type it with Comic Sans, or do I write it? Let's do this. Let's do oops. English script by. I'm gonna make this one comic so people know. We'll do the regular comic. Make it look sort of movie theatery, and then I want it to be like red, like a correction red. But that also means I'm gonna need to make it stand off of this crappy background. This is honestly an awful image. Like, I love Princess Mononoke. It's easily my favorite Studio Ghibli film. But this poster is ass. Is straight ass. Put this. Oops, can't use the move tool. Oh, I gotta use this one. Okay. Down here maybe, and then we'll give it that little like he was coming in from the side. There we go. The black background will be our savior here, and then we'll switch over to just a brush. Wait, no, I want a brush, and we'll do a new layer. Right, like Neil would after the fact in Cran. Oh my goodness. All right. All right, here we go. Whoops. Smaller. I need this like tiny 5 pixels, and let's make it also the red color, and we're gonna write it the way Neil writes it. Whoops. I want to actually get the I get I hearts MAAN. This is close, but I want it to be a little more. There we go. Neil Gaiman. There we go. Alrighty. Time to save this and get this online. Oh my goodness. What a goofball. Gaiman on Mononoke poster is what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to just tweet this out. What is Neil Gaiman's? Neil himself. Neil will eventually grow up and get a real job, but until then, you'll keep making things up and writing them down. I'm Neil Gaiman. What a weird, what a weird bunch of pictures. Oh my goodness. Don't worry about it. I fixed the hashtag Princess Mononoke movie poster for you. All right, where's my memes at? Where are my memes? Give me my memes. Gaiman on the movie. English script by Neil Gaiman. Open. There we go. Tweet, tweet. A backwards end? Yes, because that's how Neil would write it. He's still working on getting the forward-facing end. All right, I'm gonna heart my own tweet because I believe that what I do is great. All right, there it is. There it is. We will see. We'll see how that goes. I like how my entire timeline right now is Licorice Recoil. That makes me happy because Licorice Recoil is good. So, very, very, very glad to see that. Hey, where'd my tweet go? Where'd my tweet go? There it is. Okay. Here it is. You want to look at the tweet? Here you go. I will share it in chat here. All right. You can all take a look at my beautiful work. Oh, what a silly little, like, clearly petty and annoyed thing to deal with. Oh, you mean my name? You were a part of like one of the greatest film and like anime films of all time. Just enjoy it. It's on your IMDb. Who cares? Why do I want to sing Sweet Caroline? Why do you think? Because he's got the Neil. Sweet Caroline. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Baby da bum. Baby da baby bum. Ba bum bum. Baby bum. Baby dum. Baby boo. You do not care for Sweet Caroline. Yeah. Have you ever been in a bar when it starts playing and you're like, oh my gosh, none of you know all the words. Why is everybody screaming? Why even care? But let's keep this message rolling. Let's keep the theme. Let's go to Mew Mew next. Because Tokyo Mew Mew New has all the magical girl staples with an important message for everyone. At a glance, Tokyo Mew Mew is just another magical girl anime. However, it also has a real and powerful message at its core. Almost like anime, for hundreds of thousands of years, has been having the same message of humans are going to fuck the world, and we need to figure out how to not make that happen. This is like, go back to the oldest tale. Astro Boy. Whoa, nukes are gonna like screw everything up. What if we like made a nuclear powered Robo Boy that would help us? He was originally made for evil. He was made for evil, but they transitioned him to be good so that he would help, because man is both the savior and the destruction of their own existence, and that is a constant theme that you see in old Shinto stuff of, when we're balanced and one with nature, then everything's all happy dory. But as soon as we're not, then everything goes to crap. So like this is not a new message. Not like the new reboot is going to be any different than some of these older messages, but it's like, oh, this is like this is a new message, new messaging. This is the same crap that we deal with people who love Shikimori, and we'll get to you. We'll get to you. I don't want to give away too much of the end of the episode here, but we will get to lovers of anime that is not great. Alrighty. Tokyo Mew 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 is the latest classic anime to get a reboot in the 2020s. The original 2002, best year of vehicles. Anime was a staple of many now adult anime fans' childhoods, as it aired alongside shows like Cad Capta. She's from Jersey now. Sakura and Dragon Ball in the West. Before anime became more mainstream, now it's back, to the delight of many who grew up with it, to bring the power of Mew Mews to a new generation. The series has just about everything a magical girl fan could ask for. The slice of life portions of the show come with elements of romance and friendship, skinship. While the magical scenes provide the girl power the genre is known for, some may dislike it because it sticks to the status quo for magical girl series. It's literally the status quo. Why would you change that? That's like the point. But that's because it helped to pioneer some tropes. In just 3 episodes, Mew Mew New, I wish it was Mew Mew New. That would be even better, has established most of the main cast and has begun to shine some light on the villains. However, underneath all these magical girl staples is a real world message. It's on fire. Most magical girl series have a main theme at their core. This could be a Sailor Moon's focus on love in all forms, or whatever topic a given season of Pretty Cure wants to cover. These themes are usually abstract, like the necessity of happiness, so that different interpretations can be included. Tokyo Mew Mew's is more tangible, however. It's a message that now more than ever needs to be told. The differences between the original anime and the reboot say that loud and clear. Viewers are introduced to its conservationist stance in episode 1 of both adaptations. Ichigo only goes to an exhibit on endangered animals to spend time with her crush, Aoyama Masaya, but leaves just as passionate about the subject as he is. The purpose of the scene remains the same in both versions, but the differences between the original and the reboot are evident. In 2002, the anime is more focused on the mystery of the Mew Mew project, so it's lighter. Just what I want with my anime, a message. Act like it ain't had a message this whole time. You don't think anime has had a message? We literally just talked about Princess Mononoke, which is literally the message of, like, we should get along with nature. It's okay to go camping. Or Akira, the message of shit explodes if we let crazy psycho kids live. Don't let them live, and don't keep parts of their body around. That's a bad thing. They could blow up again. But then the plot moves on. Mew Mew New, however, gets a lot heavier in the same scene in this version. What's the message of Harem in the Labyrinth? You can do it! That's what I get from it. About how Japan see the USA beta. In this version, Aoyama says that humans are the primary cause of extinction, and that these actions are sins. It's a harsher, more direct statement from him that reflects how the situation has become more dire. The message should be booba. Yes! Finally! Somebody else who's watched Aiken. Oh, Aiken. It's really a tell-all saying, hey, what if we just had this? What if this was life? We should be much better, much happier. Then when the seas rise, we can all float. In the original anime, it stated that there are 2,500 species categorized as endangered. Meanwhile, the reboot says there are 15,000, which matches the current number of species on the IUCN Red List. I always wonder about that list. Like, I love red pandas. Red pandas are an endangered species because they're hunted because of their pelts. But why aren't they farmed? Why aren't there just more of them? It's always strange to me. It doesn't seem like it'd be that difficult. Like, oh, well, we can't get them to breed in captivity. It's like, really? You can't? What's his face can buy all of Montana, but you can't just buy a big enough chunk of Nepal and put a fence around it that you know, if you really cared about something, you could fix it. That stuff always drives me nuts. It's like, is this really the problem you think it is? You're just not applying the solution that would work. There's also way more species there because they expand categorization and have more species. Well, if they eventually can't have, they have sterile children, then they're a different species, right? I follow the rules. I'm okay with that. According to these numbers, the amount of endangered species on the planet is 6 times higher than it was 20 years ago. Wow. Oh, wait, hold on. According to the brochure, more than 2,500 species face extinction. There are over 15,000 species on our planet in danger of going extinct, Mega Man. I don't know why I went into Dr. Light there. We must stop Dr. Wily. While Tokyo Mew 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 will focus on aliens using Earth animals as a way to take over, the reality of the situation is still the same. Biodiversity is key to the survival of any species. That's not 100% true. There are lots of species that will just dominate an area and then be the thing that's in charge. You don't mind messages, they should be subtle and tactful, not beating people over the head with it. Yeah, people don't usually take too kindly to messages when they're beat with them. Usually if it's a message where it's like, wow, that was really fun. You know, I'll really wonder what they were trying to say about that. You know, like that makes you talk about it, and then you think about it, and then it works all better. 100%. 100% on that take. And an ecosystem relies on creatures playing several roles. Kind of. Predators are needed to keep prey populations in check. Are they? Sometimes prey populations don't breed fast enough. From the website they're referencing, more than 41,000 species are threatened with extinction. That's still 28% of all assessed species. You think maybe there's just too many species, like the planet can't handle that much diversity and it has to like kind of let a few die off, as it were. Plants can't pollinate as easily without insects and other animals helping them. This is not 100% either. Plants do all kinds of weird stuff. But I do love me some bees, so bring back the bees. Everybody should have a bee box in their yard. Humans can't exist on a planet that isn't alive. Can we not? It may suck. It may suck. But I've seen THX 1138. I've seen Gurren Lagann. I'm pretty sure that life finds a way. Maybe their threshold isn't very high whatsoever. Like 25% of all animals are endangered in some form. I think you've got to, like, if you look at depending on what you're looking at, there are the levels. And it's weird. So the levels, I think, are based purely on like total population as well, for like vulnerable, extinct, critically endangered, and all of that. Let's see if I can find it. Conservate. I'll just. I think it's this one. Okay. Conservation status. Tell me what the different status markers are. Extinct in the wild, critically endangered, high risk of extinction. Let's just look at endangered. Endangered as a classification by the ICUNs. Very likely to become extinct in their known native ranges into the near future. Like that's so very strange. Like you're modeling what you think the ending is going to be. You always say as long as there are humans alive, I'll have fruit. Oh my goodness, that is... Okay, all right, here we go. An observed, estimated, inferred, or suspected population size reduction of 70% over the last 10 years or 3 generations, whichever is the longer, where the causes of reduction are reversible and understood and ceased, based on any of the following: direct observation, index of abundance, decline in area occupancy, actual or potential levels of exploitation, the effects of blah-de-blahs. An observed, estimated, or inferred, or suspected population size reduction of 50% occurred over the last 10 years or 3 generations, whichever is longer. Wait, so at first it's 70%. Then it's 50%. Geographic range. Extent of occurrence estimated to be less than 5,000 kilometers. Doesn't that put a lot of stuff into a... Too much biodiversity. Wow, I didn't know you were a radical human supremacist. Yeah, it's true. You ever try to play a game and there's just like too many creatures and you're like, you know, if you just made like 2 enemies and really focused on making them good, this would be a much better game. There's just too many enemy types in this game, and it's not doing it for me. They aren't, none of them are really that good. But isn't like 5,000 kilometers squared and living on less than that, doesn't that just automatically put a bunch of stuff into an extinct or endangered category just because it doesn't live in a large area? It's very, very strange. Population fewer than 2,500 mature individuals. That seems like a lot of something, but I guess I don't know. Really, I don't know. I feel like it's a criteria that makes more things endangered than really need to be listed there. They want to kill half your cattle to lower pollution levels, with the effect you'll not have enough meat for everyone. Oh no! But you'll have a lot of meat real quick. You just gotta freeze dry it all. Oh, that's a lot of cows. All right, Tokyo Mew Mew is essentially a more modern Captain Planet with a mission to show audience those realities in an entertaining and hopeful way. If action is taken to care for the environment, only good can come out of it. The first step is helping a cause, is knowing it exists in the first place. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm all for like taking care of things. Like, we should take care of things. But who should take care of things? How should they take care of things? Why should they take care of things? If you take care of like fish, for example, right? There are a lot of fish that you need to kill if you catch them, right? Snakeheads, carp, those are the 2 that come to mind like immediately. But if you catch a snakehead or a carp, like, you need to kill it. They don't belong in North America. They don't belong in the Northwest. And especially carp. Like, because carp are kind of cool. You're like, oh, this is a cool fish. Wow, I got a big fish. Well, I'm not going to eat it. I'll throw it back. And it's like, nah, you should kill that. It should not be here in this area. And it's making it harder for everything else in this area to be here. So it's like one of those, like, being a good steward. Like, you've got to know what to kill and what to keep. But not enough people know enough to be really good at being in charge of all of that. Gemini's chats are being suppressed, not being shown in top chat. Oh no! Are you serious? Do we have enough chats that I don't see some in top chat anymore? Gemini, you poor thing. You've been knocked out of top chat. All of these numbers are sus. Follow the money. The organization's is worried about going extinct. Like I said, too much biodiversity. Maybe we let a few of them go extinct. You assume it's because he said supremacist. Is that the only chat that disappears when you switch to top chat? I feel like I see two that go away. Yeah, Kitty Bear's long one, and then Gemini, where he's talking about pollution levels. So pollution levels and supremacy. Before the one before this one of mine wasn't in top chat either because of the KILL word. Oh. I assumed it was because of pollution. But that new one's in top chat now. That's hilarious. We made it, everybody. We've got enough people in chat that we can have a top chat that's different than the live chat. Woo! Kampai to all of you. Thank you very much for joining and sharing and chatting and having a wonderful, fun time. Hey, You're being oppressed, not repressed. Repressed is a little different, I think. Is that YouTube? Hashtag YouTube censoring my chat. I'm being repressed. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's look at that's right, YouTube. Stomp on that free speech like it's a turd trying to go down the drain. What is promosum? Does anyone know? Does anyone know what this means? Help online people. Help me. What is promosum? Like, I appreciate getting tweets, but I feel like it's not, these aren't legit tweets. I've never heard of that before in my life. Now there's like 4 promosums. 5. There's 5 promosums on that same thing. All right, can I filter? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Alrighty. Dismiss. Leave that up. Misspelled promotions. 50 cal. Live chat, you get thrown in when you say kill as... Wait, hold on. Before I just reread this. Kill, ass, dead, gay, 50 cal, and shoot. Help me, Anon, B1, Kenobi, you're my only hope. Oh, alrighty. Let's look at my first rage chatter, because this is so funny to me. There was a time in my life where I would have written crazy long comments telling somebody that they were wrong or that they, something else was going on. But I'm at a point in my life where I see a crazy long comment and or I think I disagree with something and I do this crazy thing where I just go to the next video or I click something different. Like if somebody disagrees with me, hope I want no can nobody if somebody has like a disagreement with me fundamentally, and they are expressing it in a way where I can sort of get to know like what their disagreement is and kind of what their thought process is. Because it's always like, okay, here's what I think, here's what they think. Can they express to me why they think that way? And I'll listen because it's interesting. But if it's just straight up like I disagree with whatever they're saying, I just you know, read something different or go somewhere else or do something you know, that isn't this. Is that better? Can you read it now? Really low res on the chat screen share. Is it a little bit better? Okay. All right. So we had someone who popped in and was like, "Hey, just watched episode 1. No comparison to Marin." This was on my Marin is better than Shikimori video because I was just pointing out talked about how like, yep, she's got a thingy, there's a Mary Sue, and then in comes and this is the most funny part to me is that their username is 34 period space Panday Avinash Kamlakan, right? So obviously like some kind of name from somewhere that I you know, we're talking India, we're talking Pakistan, we're talking, you know, somewhere where you have Avinash as like a name, right? So between India and the Mediterranean, like we're somewhere in there. Is that a street in Bangladesh? Maybe it's an address. 34, but 34 is in there. Are there 33 other Panday Avinash Kamlakans? That like picture this now. I will make my username, but I will start with 34 because I am currently 34. Like what? Why are you starting with a number? I don't get it. Rule 34. Gosh, I hope not. I do not want to see that. So flying in from the buttresses. I'm a huge wrestling fan, so they're coming in. Did someone say Ma Ray Sue? It's Ray Sue. Coming in from the buttresses, just with that flying clothesline to just come in and say like, Blaine, she's bad at... What should their voice be? Is bad at cooking and Izumi always gets much better score than her even when she tries hard, and other flaws from manga but continue being an unreasonable hater. Yes, because in a 10 or 15 minute video of me explaining why it's more interesting for somebody that has a flaw and is working with somebody else in order to improve themselves versus someone who's basically the omnipresent protector of someone else who happens to be bad at cooking, one thing that like 99% of people are bad at or okay at probably in the world. Like we're talking like the globe, right? Like there's probably a lot of people that can't cook. Oh no, I'm an unreasonable hater. Sam Martin, show him her bobbin vagin. And then couldn't get it all out in that one, so we had to also tag a buddy Jay. Maybe I don't want to keep doing an Indian accent. Maybe if you'd seen or read anime or manga, you'd know. But let's hate on it even if you haven't. She's a bit of a Mary Sue. Maybe if you'd seen or read anime or manga, all of it, every single one, you can't criticize until you've read it all. Also, you'll notice I heart these because I love them. I love that I'm allowed to just put hearts on shit. Oh, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. I was like, look, honey, this guy hates my takes. And I was like, yeah, because my sister actually likes Shikimori as like just a a popcorn romance show where she's just like, yeah, it's just a show that's enjoyable and it's not like it's that deep. You couldn't cook, you'd be dead living alone, can't afford buying delivery food. You read it all, didn't understand a look of it. We haven't even begun. That's the best part. So here we go. On this one, Hydra coming in, saying that people claiming Shikimori would dethrone. She's not even Yor or Desumi. I, of course, agree. And we have our little theory about how release dates and influencing and everything makes sense considering things. Edit, writing inconsistencies are also prevalent throughout the series. Like Shikimori gets easily jealous and violent at anyone who interacts with Izumi, but then she confronts another girl who legitimately likes Izumi and becomes chill? Yes. Oh, I forgot to like that one. Okay. Mr. Panday. Or Miss Panday. I haven't determined the sex of the person. No, we'll worry about that later. Laughing my fucking ass off. Do you even hear yourself? They're nothing alike. Marin is a generic character done several times. Because there's so many Gyaru anime out there. You watch Shikimori, it's not bad, not good either. Give it 5.5 out of 10. Exactly! That's literally my take. That's why this person flying in to defend it is so funny to me. Like 2, Hajimete no Gal and Galco-chan. And then, a side character in Love After World Domination is pretty Gyaru. But like, Marin's the generic character, done several times. Several is 2 for our friend here. While Shikimori is something new. Something new. You know what's new about Shikimori? The fact that she doesn't kick a sign in the manga. If you're watching Shikimori this season, I probably would have watched 2 episodes instead of 1. Isn't that boring with everything else? Michael D3 has been reading the manga, and he has reported back that all of those things where I'm like, how is she so powerful? And then it just disappears. And why is his curse so bad? And then it just kind of disappears. That doesn't happen in the manga. Like, it's an okay manga, apparently. Still kind of just bleh, but it removes my, like, maybe she's a kitsune in disguise who's going to save his life. It removes it. It's okay. Shikimori is something new. Oh, sorry, I forgot to read this properly. Elmfao. Do you even hear yourself? They're nothing alike. Marin is a generic character done several times, while Shikimori is something new. You just simp for Marin and hate on Shikimori because of that. I simp for Marin because there's only like 3 Gyaru characters in anime. Oh, don't say that word, Geminire. I may have to have one banned term in chat. You don't understand, Blaine. Shikimori was there for him when he was in surgery to reverse his testicular torsion. Oh, it's terrifying. Oh, that's oof. Oh, also, there's a fact if you're unaware that most of Shikimori haters are My Dress Up Darling fans, which is M-Dud, which I think is hilarious because Love After World Domination is LOD, so M-Dud and LOD are like my 2 favorites this year. Fans, simply because you guys don't want anyone being compared to your waifu, specifically someone who's better than her. LOL! Again, no punctuation here. But remembered the the contraction marker or whatever the hell it's called. Am I not literally comparing Marin and Shikimori? Is that not inviting comparison? If you want to tell me what makes Shikimori better, by all means, go ahead. Here's where we have words here. She's way better than Marin and Decimi. Yor and Kaguya are actually good characters, but Shikimori is comparable to them. Also, she doesn't get jealous when others talk to him. It's only Inuzuka, and it's more of a comedic relief. She's childish sometimes, but is very mature most of the time, and only designed similar to another anime as Inuzuka. Lol, I'll do a little bit of research before bullshitting. You just put an asterisk for one of the T's. Like, he still wrote bullshitting. You just put an asterisk partway through. Give Marin a 6 out of 5. It's funnier than Shikimori. Yes. Gojo really makes that show a very fun thing to watch and enjoy. But going back to this lack of periods and commas here, this is asinine. Way better than than Marin and Decimi. How? In what way? Name one. Name one way that Shikimori is better. Just one. She has pinker hair. There you go. She's got pinker hair than Marin and Decimi. Yor and Kaguya are actually good characters. Okay, Kaguya is a character with 4 seasons under her belt, so we've gotten to know her. We know a lot about her. Yor, I love Yor. I think she's very interesting, but if you want to compare her on like a waifu stage, like you want to actually have that kind of battle, she's not that good. Right? Like let's be honest. She's kind of doing her best for the kid. And she's kind of interested in like what Lloyd is doing, but like in the series as we've seen it, not the manga, but in the series as we've seen it, we've had very little Yor character development. Other than her learning the protect Anya. That's all she's done. Not exactly top tier waifu material. She can't cook. And she doesn't really look like she's going to be changing that anytime soon. She doesn't really have like a thing that she's bad at that she needs to improve because everything's sort of handled by the fact that Lloyd is a spy. Like, Yor only had 1 season and not a lot of development of that. Exactly. It's like, I don't understand this. Moving onward in this unhinged rant. She doesn't get jealous when others talk to him. It's only Inuzuka, and it's more of comedic relief. She also hated that a little girl thanked him for saving her life, but then was okay when another girl is like, yeah, ya man, I want in his pants. For whatever reason. And this she's childish sometimes, but is very mature most of the times. The only design similar to another anime is Inuzuka. Lol, do a bit of research before. Did I talk about how like the character designs were similar to other shows? Does Yor know the 5Ds of dodgeball? She was trained by Billy Bob Thornton himself. It was Billy Bob, right? In the wheelchair? I forget. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. Anyway, I don't understand this. I don't... only one similar to another anime is Inuzuka. Lol, do a bit more research. Was I saying that, like, they were characters from another show? I don't know on that one, but... there's just enough other anime to watch something better. This one's a free chat. This is just... There's nothing that he's comping here. This is, again, the Marin versus Shikimori one. Marin's writing... Oh, wait, sorry, I forgot. That was a little too slow. Marin's writing is literally absolute average. Y'all just hype her up when she's a bland slate of character. There are many characters like her, except while most don't walk into a stranger's house they talk to for 2 minutes and get almost naked in the next few minutes. Lol, her popularity is because of fan service, and you can't deny that because it gained popularity after episode 2. If you dodge a bullet, you can dodge a ball. That's the catchphrase of Licorice Recoil, is if you can dodge a bullet, you can dodge a ball. Pew, pew. Love it. Love Licorice. I think that the storyline in Dress Up Darling being average in the grand scheme of anime, is one of its strengths. And also, she literally wants this guy who's really into dolls to help her with a costume. She needs to get measured. That's literally, like, people get naked in front of a guy who's going to measure them all the time. Happens constantly. Go to a school with a theater department and go ask, like, a real theater department, like one that makes costumes and sets. Figure out who their, like, costume department is and go ask those kids, like, hey, do you guys have to measure the people who are on stage? And they'll be like, yeah. And you're like, is it weird? And they're like, no, we just have to measure them. Like, that's just a thing that happens, like, all the time in this kind of thing. You can dodge the IRS, you can dodge a ball. Because of your being an assassin. Oh. See, I'm too excited about Licorice Recoil, Licorico, to even think about that. Now, they are right in this one what the hell? Aspect. Her popularity, Marin here, is because of fan service, and you can't deny that because it gained popularity. This part is correct, but it's not because of this part. The real thing that makes it so that Marin is popular because of fan service is because she's a gyaru who then has people drawing fan art of her online. You're like, whoa, what's this fan art from? You don't see a lot of gyarus. I want to see this show. What? Wow, that's a set of wabos. I want to see this show. But guess what? Guess what? Anime fans, that's how you all found a show at one point in your life. You were like, whoa, look at them yabos. I want to see that show. This is literally Anime 101. And again, you'll notice I liked and hearted this comment here because I had to. If you want to see nude women, you can just go to the local sauna. It's true. It's true. It's true, but you gotta admit, at some point in your life, you saw a picture of an attractive animated opposite gender, and you were like, yeah, I'll watch that show. It happens. It's happened. You can't literally tell me that's never happened to you. Oh my goodness. The first comma that they have used, we have finally found it. Also, I agree, comparing the two would be an insult. But Toshiki Mori, her character actually grows and has actual depth, unlike Miss Bland fan service. Y'all just hate Shikimori since you don't want anyone rivaling your waifu. You watch it because of the funny misunderstandings. Yeah, it's silly. This is an interesting take here because this one actually had me thinking, like, okay, hold on a second. No, Shikimori doesn't grow. Shikimori is the same Shikimori that the whole series starts with. That's another issue that I have with Shikimori. But Marin's not the one who needs to grow, necessarily, right? In My Dress-Up Darling, Marin is the dress-up darling. And the person that actually has to learn and grow and is getting pried out of their shell is Gojo. Gojo's the one that's locked in his room. Gojo's the one that has one little thing that he does. And the one that pries him out of that shell and brings him into the world that is more exciting and more interesting to be a part of is Marin. Marin's the one that says, hey, there's other stuff we can do. You can love what you love and have fun in these other locations as well. So there's not really a growth outside of her. She's like, oh, I'm not very good at sewing, and you're gonna help me with that. Now I can sort of improve in these places. But like the entire purpose of what we saw is her pulling Gojo out of his shell and out of his thing. Now, where she does get growth, where I finally kind of landed on like, okay, Marin does have some character growth. Let's talk about this. Let's see where it comes from, where it goes. Marin falls in love throughout the series as it goes. What starts out as she respects another person and wants to like, help him out and she's interested in other people. She's a nice person and all that. But then as she's working with him and she realizes that he's actually a really nice guy, a really sweet guy, we get those little glimpses of, oh my gosh, he looks hot in everything I picked. Oh my goodness, he saw me without makeup. Like we see her growing into the love, right? Of taking this where she respects and is nice to everyone who's nice to her, right? We have that one incident where someone's like, oh, you're into anime, and she just, leaves, right? But everyone who's respectful of her, she's respectful and nice to. And so she is learning the difference between that and a love. And she's like, oh, I love this guy. He calls me beautiful. He only calls very few things beautiful because he loves these dolls and everything. There is growth there for Marin. But I would say the primary vehicle of character growth in Dress Up Darling is Gojo. You can't say the same for Shikimori. Tell me what her growth was! Why are you saying her character actually grows and has depth? What growth? What depth? I didn't see it. And now we get to my favorite one. This is the one I tweeted out because it made me giggle. Because I think these are all on like the same okay, so we did Marin Still Better. Yeah, so we did the Marin Still Better and then the Marin versus Shikimori ones. Check out that clickbait. That's not clickbait though. That's real. That's real thumbnail. No clickbait here. Anyway, so this is the one that I tweeted out where I was like, okay, this guy's got a lot of words to say. I checked out your other videos and apparently you're a Shikimori hater. I would love to have a discussion with you about how Shikimori is better character if you're not afraid that is. I'd love to have a discussion with you about how Shikimori is a better character if you're not afraid that is. Keep this in mind. You're a Shikimori hater! It's true, I am a Shikimori hater. Shikimori wants to be called cute rather than cool because she used to be boyish during her middle school and followed her brother and mother around doing things they'd do, like join karate club and so on. Her brother advised her to follow something she wants and not what they do, so she tries to find something she'd like, and after one of her friends, she thinks she'd like to become more girly, so she changes her appearance and decides she'll act like a proper girl. But on the day of an examination, she sees a guy who lost his examination ticket despite not wanting to act like a boy. She goes up the tree and gets the ticket, and to her surprise, she's in the same class as him, and he's Izumi. They become friends and get close. She becomes fond of his kindness and willingness to help others despite his luck. There's a lot more in the manga. What I mentioned above was only an anime, and there's still more, but unreasonably hating on a rival of your waifu is more important, I guess. Number one! My waifu is not Marin. Just isn't. My waifu is Zenobia from High School DxD. And you best remember that the wielder of Durandal has sliced this anime lover's heart. I love the Gyaru aesthetic. But let's remember waifus here. The bet me bre. In other words, a psycho stalker Shikimori and Amber Turd. Yeah, exactly. So, what does this tell us? She is boyish and then decides she wants to be girly and then does a boyish thing and then finds a boy who likes her. And all of this happens before episode 1. So this growth that occurs doesn't happen during the show. It doesn't. If you can call it, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and call it growth. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in the show. Okay? All right. But remember, I would love to have a discussion with you about how Shikimori is a better character if you're not afraid, that is. Debate me, bro. You're a Shikimori hater. I'm like, okay. We can do Destiny.gg on this fool. We'll see what's up. I forgot to like that one. I think you're confused about my issues with Shikimori. I have chatters join every Friday at 7 p.m. PST, so we could chat organically then, or we can set up a specific day for discussion. I'm live at 7 p.m. PST, Monday to Friday. DM me on Twitter, and we can put something together. Reasonable. Debate me, bro? Sure. Oh no, the Amber Turd doesn't make it to top chat. Oh no! Anyway, debate me, bro? Sure, let's do it. Here's a time where you can literally just pop on. You don't even need to be like a part of the community. You can just like pop in and screech at me and then leave as long as you don't break TOS. That's all I ask. That's in the morning from where I live. Way too early. I'm sorry. I think I spy a kitty bear in the chat. I'm pretty sure that my show is at an awful time if you're a like a normal like during the sun working person. Like for Kitty Bear to be up when the sun is up and he has to do things. This is not a great time, and yet Kitty Bear is still here. Kitty Bear is still hanging out. We love having Kitty Bear here. When Kitty Bear can't make it, you know, we're like, you know, I hope he's doing well. Hope he got that social visit. He got, you know, whatever you need. But it's always fun, and it's always good to see Kitty Bear in chat. This bitch is complaining that it's way too early where they are. You read my points. I'd like it if you could reply me here. Also, you've made 3 videos specifically trying to belittle Shikimori. IDK, you tell me if it's not hating what is. It's literally saying that this character is not as good as a character that we had last season that everyone said that this character would be better than. They don't have to be a bad character. As we've said, they're very average, boring, meh character. It's not like I'm saying that she's garbage. I'm just saying that she's not great. I love trash, by the way. Also, in your videos, you say Marin is better written when she's not, and you say that Shikimori's relationship is a toxic one, which it is. I'm sorry. Did you not see that I had a relationship counselor on who was like, yeah, that's a pretty toxic relationship. And then we like talked about other stuff because I don't want to talk about that all day with Bill. You sometimes sleep, other times I forget the time or gaming or watching other streams. all good, Kitty Bear. We just appreciate knowing you're doing all right. Also in your videos, blah blah blah, toxic one. When it's not because they both depend on each other, do they? Does Shikimori depend on Izumi, and what for? What for does Shikimori depend on Izumi? Izumi needs Shikimori to survive life. But Shikimori doesn't need shit. And Shikimori doesn't hide the fact that she's cool. She just doesn't want to come across as tomboyish. Your issue seemed like you think Shikimori's character doesn't have depth, while Marin does when it's the opposite. Did I not just explain Marin's character in Dress Up Darling minutes ago? I gave you all a little thing. Or not so, see. I was thinking Myanmar or Thailand, but India or Bangladesh seems most likely. Nice. So, I saw this, and I was like, okay, bitch out. Soon as you bitch out, and you're like, if you could reply me here. Okay. Okay. Me here. Huh? Oh, I don't know that they'll ever understand it. I don't know. The English second language, little ESL going on. Shikimori depends on him for his praise and stroking her ego, aka the ambartardo. I see what you're saying. See what you're saying. There's one way to find out. Ask his thoughts on Pakistan. I just can't believe. I cannot believe that someone from another country where my time is way too early in the morning is like, you know what? I'm gonna just unload in this comment section and say debate me. But then when he's okay with the debate, I can't do it. I can't debate him. I won't do it. Oh, and then they I mean, obviously it's English second language because they didn't understand the me here joke, or they just don't know how to read well. I would assume Pakistani don't like living there either, but who knows? I wish I was born somewhere else. Oh my goodness. So that brought me much joy. And escapism this weekend because I haven't had that yet. I haven't had rage commenters. The last time, we'll do a little story time here before we end it. They might not like it, but they hate India more. Oh, geopolitics. We'll get into that. Not so erudite has replied to me on Twitter a few times, so maybe we'll end up chatting with somebody in a therapist role. But we'll do that. That joke was as dumb as when I replied to someone saying, "What's up?" Yeah, no, it was a dumb joke because I was just done talking with them. I'm not going to continue onward. They gave me one thing that didn't even happen like prior to the show as far as like character growth, and it's like, does it count as character growth if you're like, this is the character, and then you have like a brief flashback that says, oh, they used to not be good but now they're good? Like that's not character growth. Character growth occurs in front of the audience, and it's just not how it works. But maybe it's different in Bollywood. Maybe they dance a little different, maybe they sing a little different. May poop on my knee, kitty, I'll go see much affinity. May he mustard my hole with a genie, babe. And if you don't know what that is, just Google "May he poop on my knee." It's not fecal in any way. Trust me. Or Benny Lava. Benny Lava might be the better of the songs, though. Anyway, it's so funny. It's so funny that people take that much time and energy to like try to talk to you and say that you're wrong. It's so weird to me. I don't even have like that, like, my channel has like 129 subs. 2 weeks when we lose our channel strike, maybe I'll start getting recommended and I can start like actually having some channel growth around here. But who knows? Maybe that's just a rumor. Maybe that's a myth. We will see. The ceiling is up and the ground is down, unless the laws of physics got altered when I was asleep. Or you could be doing a cartwheel. That is another thing that could happen. But I was talking about the last time I got rage comments. So prior to this channel, angry people are irrational. Who would have thought? Angry people in another country are irrational too. Yes, hate comments. Congrats, you've arrived. All right, so story time on hate comments. So prior to this channel, I had the Blaine and Katie channel, which was where me and my wife posted videos from our trips to Japan, and talked about how great Japan was. We did some unboxings. We did all the silly YouTuber stuff on that channel. Prior to that channel, I had a let's play called Frantic Chaps, where I played video games with my best buddy. Still my best bud. Really quite enjoy hanging out with him at all times. But at the time, he had just finished college, and we were like back in the same town again. It was like, oh, let's play video games. But like, there's this new thing online, and we can play games, and we can record it, and it'll be fun. You're always angry. You're basically the Hulk, kitty bear. You think you were talking about a real person? He was married to Eldron. Anyway, so we made this let's play, and we were growing, and that was back when in YouTube you would just start, and like your channel, you can make your custom URL right off the bat. I did a 24-hour live stream for Extra Life, where we played Dark Souls just over and over and over again. Went to like new game +3 or something like that, +4. it was a fun time, but there was a time where we didn't have a lot. And I was like, oh, how do I market this? How do I get this out there? And I copied our link and I pasted it on the video game 4chan board because Reddit was around, but it wasn't really that useful back then. So I posted a link to me and my buddy playing video games on 4chan, which is not a great idea today and was an awful idea back in 2014, 2013, 2014, I want to say. This was one of the worst things I could have done. In an hour, or maybe it was like overnight, like I posted it and then like the next day, I had like 400 people telling me to that our next video should be a live live streamed suicide cam. Everyone was saying it, and the ones that weren't saying that were saying like, why is this here? It was the funniest thing I ever read through. People hated me. I never linked it. Like I should have kept it. I should have like kept that thing because I didn't realize how difficult it would be to go back and find a 4chan thing. But it is, and it was, and it's like, I wish I had that so I could be like, no, I'm not. I've had hater comments before, but that's this channel's first hater comment is someone who thinks that I irresponsibly think that Marin is better than Shikimori. Oh my goodness. Peter Venkman fan site, how are you doing today? Joe Ball, how are you going as well, duder? A bunch of fun down at Anime Matsuri. I think everybody's doing their debrief streams today. Looked like quite a bit of fun. I think the best thing coming out of that was white chocolate. I think that made me giggle. With Lofty's low what, closet cosplay, is that what you call it? I think it's a closet cosplay practically, but he has like a really nice like hermit purple going around his arm, but he's just wearing like a white polo shirt. Like it's actually like a polo shirt. It has like a little horsey and everything on it. That made me giggle. Camelot taking naked snake pictures, also pretty hilarious. So hope everything went well down there. You didn't get too overheated, and that plenty of people came on by to say hi. Although now we know the truth. Now we know you're just the you're actually Yellow Flash. So it's good to really get that out there so that people can see that. I'd be better, but I'm on a heating pad with back spasms. Oof. Have you tried a TENS machine where like it forces the spasming and it like kind of controls it, and then your body stops doing the spasms? Kind of it's a weird like, sometimes it works for some people's nervous systems, but other times it doesn't. That's no good though. Anytime you have like muscles that are in pain, like my left like elbow and everything, I've been hitting with the CBD and everything lately, because it's just like I shovel and it's right in that like forearm lift where like these little muscles are like, we're tired of shoveling, damn it. Then I also work out and all that stuff. Just doesn't work. You've never heard of it? No, chill and relax. You're in the escape corner. Good luck. Let me hold on. Let's see if I can find it. It's literally just the Bruce Lee get abs machine. But if you've got like, I don't know what your spasms are from, but depend, like if it's like a sciatica type thing, then you can sometimes use TENS treatment. It's literally spelled tens, like TENS. Here, this will tell you how legit this is. Hey, it's my hairy ass. Nice. I'm trolling the bridge. So if it is sciatica, this might actually work for you then. Basically, nobody knows how it works or why it works, but sometimes just shocking parts of your body make the pain go away. So by stimulating the nerves, your body will produce natural painkillers and endorphins. Supports the use of, or it fails to support the use of TENS alone for back pain. When properly used, is generally safe. I mean, it's literally just like a slight electric shock that zip zaps you over and over again. Reason your doctor orders it, let your doctor know if your condition changes, blah blah blah. They're literally these tiny like here's a $30 TENS machine. It's just like sticky pads that you like stick to yourself, and then a little machine that sends an electric shock into the pads, so you can get like specific expensive ones for back pain, or you can just get like the normal ass units and like just put it where you need the shock. But because of the fact that like sciatica and a lot of that nerve pain is literally just nerve damage, sometimes like just stimulating the nerve with electricity can make the pain not be pain, which is really nice. Just a slight shock. Yeah, it's a heck of a lot less than the 120 I was dealing with, and a whole lot less than like the 360 that Kitty Bear was licking. Oh my goodness. I think it's so funny, my hairy ass. That's so I've got hate comments and I've got parody accounts. I've finally made it. I finally made it. Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, that's so bad. So bad. Back pain knocks you out. However, those are the stories that I have for tonight. We got through the announcement of Studio Ghibli Park opening up on the 1st, with Miyazaki making that little trailer. We talked about Tokyo Mew Mew having the it's an endangered world that men have created as its sort of message, and how that's what anime does. Like, we don't need to super focus on it. It's always been man bad and nature good. That's literally like Shintoism. So surprise, surprise, the nation that believes in Shintoism in general also believes that usually man's actions against nature are a bad thing. Back to electricity. Yeah, you might as well call me Static Shock now. You sometimes get a headache, it helps you with that, talking to another person in real life. When you're alone, as much as your brain focuses too much on the pain. Ooh, that is true. Have the bots hit yet? That's when you really made it? Oh yeah, why do you think that everyone is a mod? That's a funny story too. And that's a recent story. Michael was talking in chat about how California lowered the what was it? They were wanting to lower the age of consent to 14 or something like that, but then they also wanted to make it so that butt stuff counted for the sex registry, so that if you did butt stuff, it could actually get you landed in not just like getting arrested and in trouble for violating someone else's autonomy, but also for that's the nicest way I can say that. You're not a mod though. I don't know that you were there. I'm explaining the event that occurred. Just making your brain focus on other stuff takes pain away. Yes, that's true. So they was talking about how it was like age of consent, and then also like changing the way that like the making it so that this would be on the sex registry. So I pulled up the actual California bill. I was like, no way is there a California bill that, and how, like, that's my other question, is how are they writing down gay butt stuff now qualifies for sex registry? Like, I wanted to know how that was written out. And the second I pulled up the California bill website, Like the actual like the state of California is putting out this bill. We had like 5 hits from a bot that was like one of those where like the name is like a weird URL. It's like .xyz or .tinder or something like that, and it's like hot singles, and it would say like something. It would just put emojis or it would say something stupid. And, and I was like, oh no. And I was like busy trying to read, so I looked over and I just saw them all. So I removed them from chat. But I was like, I can't do this. So I just modded everyone that was in chat, and we started the anti-hentai bot brigade. And so now we have all of the mods in chat now. Except for Dragon Ruse. Dragon Ruse is because Serrano's putting his phone in his pocket put Dragon Ruse in timeout. And I was hoping that if I just made Dragon Ruse a mod, it would undo that, because I don't know how or like where in my backend I'm supposed to look, speaking of butt stuff, in order to remove someone from a timeout. And I thought maybe if I made him a mod, it would remove him from timeout. Beep boop. What do you mean, John? Bloop beep. How are we doing today? The bots hit the donkey account. The donkey account has 1 subscriber. There's a real person and had 45 bot subscribers. They got removed last week. Ooh, oh no. Didn't Cali also decriminalize giving someone AIDS? I don't know, but I don't really want to look it up because then I want to deal with the bots again. I gotta imagine they did. I bet it's something like very, very stupid where somebody thought they get married and then they didn't think they were having an episode, and then it ended up that they did, and then they passed it along, and then they like sued or something like that. And then it ended up being like a criminal thing and not just like a domestic thing where like civil. And they're like, oh, but if we decriminalize it, then stuff like this. Like it's always something that's like very stupid. It's like, oh, this event happened, we need to make this not criminal anymore. And then they do decriminalize it, right? It's never like, oh, maybe now that marijuana is legal in most states, we should just decriminalize it and declassify it and all this other stuff. It's never the stuff that would actually help people. It's always the, there was this one case where a civil thing turned into a state thing and the DA had to come in to prosecute it. And it's like, the DA has discretion. He could have just not prosecuted it. Why do we have to decriminalize something that should be criminal? Anyway. That is a weird one. That is a weird one. Making someone sick. I don't. That's a weird one too, though. Like I wonder. Because like the idea of someone purposefully giving someone any kind of illness makes me upset. But people go out and purposefully give people illnesses all the time when they go to work because they're like, I have to work. I can't take a sick day, or whatever it is. So it's like that concept happens. Was it literally codified that like specifically AIDS was like the thing you couldn't give someone, or was it like a sexual transmission or something like that it was more focused around? But that's super weird to me. Just thinking through the idea of like, how would I don't even know how you'd regulate something like that. Like, how do you prove that this person gave you that? Anyway, that's like those monkeypox tweets that they're like, I'm straight. I dabble in homosexual intercourse. And it's like, what? I don't think you know what that means. I don't think you're straight anymore. FYI, dabbling is not... That's not what that means. Transmission without notice, basically. Yeah, I mean, that is pretty shitty. I wonder though, criminal. Because you're basically ruining someone's life. Because for me, criminal things are like offenses against the state a lot of the time. So it's like, oh, that's why the state and the police and everything kind of comes down on you. When it's like two people, like make it a civil thing, 100%. Like if you have to write that into statutes, like that you can civilly go after somebody for something like that. That gets kind of weird when it comes to like actual like criminal activity. I mean, obviously, it also comes down to like, are they repeat offenders? Are they continuing to do this? Like, is this basically bug rape? Like, what are we getting into at this point? Like, that's super weird. Super weird. You think 2% of monkeypox cases were straight people, which is effectively a rounding error or lying? I'm totally straight, but another man can be a reach around. It's called the stranger for a reason. Can we decriminalize the politicians and they listen to people? Maybe. The whole tree of liberty needing watered occasionally. It isn't that it's decriminalized, but if you take out all of the people in power, then they aren't able to exert the criminal penalty anymore. It's kind of a weird thing if you think about it. Your phone could be registered with the I Have a Disease website. It couldn't be policed without massive invasion of medical data. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like while 100% wrong and bad thing, need some kind of recompense, need a civil suit, need something. But like let's say hypothetically, we've got John and Jake, and John gives Jake AIDS, and then Jake goes to sue John, and John loses, and now John owes Jake $500,000, right? That's how much his AIDS. It is 9:00. I need to roll out. So now John owes $500,000, but John was sued over an AIDS thing, and that's criminal. So now John is facing criminal charges, and John is arrested, and John is in jail, and John isn't making any money, and John doesn't own enough stuff to be able to pay back the $500,000 that he owes Jake. And now Jake is shit out of luck because he can't collect on someone who's in prison, and could get that all of those debts bankrupt out, where he now can't get them. It could not be personally guaranteed or something like that, right? So now you have Jake, who now has AIDS and no money, instead of AIDS and the ability to sue or send him to collections to get the money. So I can see it. It's not. Oh. I was gonna say Jack and Jill, but then I was like, that's not how this works. Oh my god. And Jake is your brother. Oh no. Oh no. I have to end the stream. I'm making bad metaphors now. Oh, it's just all the sins, except gluttony. I'm back down to 171. So the weekend of parades and junk food have finally wore off, and we're on our way back down, so we can keep moving through all of that. Oh no. What have I done? All right, like I said, I've got a 9:00 hard end. We are at 8:54. Call me John, and he'll phone Jay. So we will wrap it up for the night. Thank you very much, everyone, for making it a fun show as always. I'll catch you all for tomorrow for some Titty Tuesday. Probably not. I have no idea what we're going to talk about at this point. I need to watch some anime tomorrow so we actually can chat about some more modern shows, or something interesting can pop up, and we will do that instead. Thank you very much for joining me on this Anna Monday. Love you all. Love the chat. Love the conversations that we have. Harem in the Labyrinth, I will catch up. We will do that. We will make it an official Titty Tuesday with Harem in the Labyrinth. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Kanpai.